Hey guys, Jess from Knockout Print Shop, and today I have for you my reflect and goal set video for April and May of 2020. So I'm going to do my best to be as concise as possible through this video because sometimes this can be a long one. So essentially I'm going to review my goals from April, share my reflection with you, and then show you how I'm setting up goals for May. So April was a pretty good month as far as getting a lot of things done and feeling fairly productive and on top of my goals. And I'm feeling good about going into May, but I am realizing I need to kind of rein things in and be a little bit more strategic in certain areas. Okay, so let's dive into it. So here is my April monthly goals. This section, you can see some areas are heavier than others as far as tasks. And some of this, if you watch my previous videos, is incredibly repetitive. So I'm going to go through this with you as quickly as possible to give you an idea of where I'm at and how I use these pages. So I do, some of these goals have to do with bigger annual goals, and some of them are just, this is like a hub for monthly tasks. So in personal, I was focusing on researching some remote work to get some additional income, obviously with what's going on with COVID and business has slowed down. So that was one of my goals, and I did do that, as well as some business development for my Coach Jess side of things. That's just going to continually be a work in progress. And the arrow down means this little column here is for that. Fun and recreation is always our hike once per week, which essentially now has not existed because during April, Tennessee parks were closed. I just checked it off because we did do our long walks every day and all that. So to me that counted, and that's fun for us. With work and learning, one side's the print shop, one side's the Jess stuff. And I was just focused on certain kind of tasks that help continue market and promote the business, doing releases twice a month, kind of featuring products on Friday that on days we don't have releases, sending out an email about the goal coaching, which I did, and then focusing on doing some more decals. So all of those things got done, and that kind of helps again with my bigger goal. Let me see if I can do this without making this the world's longest video. Oh, it's probably going to be long. Okay, so work stuff again was mostly on like planner coaching, group coaching, collabs, just kind of building the print shop and sharing, you know, whatever value I can with our customers. Okay, and then the Just side of things was launch the at-home program, which I did, post on Instagram 3 times a week, go in the Facebook group daily, send out a weekly email, brainstorm a YouTube or a podcast. So these things all get done. This weekly email blog thing is something that I'm still focused on for May, but I'll talk about more why I think I need to rein that in. Relationships, go on a weekly date night with Matt, which was date night in because everything's closed in April, and connect with colleagues. So those things happen. Health was 10 steps a day, did that. I unplugged every Sunday and emailed health insurance company. So there was that. Let's see. Spiritual and personal growth is read daily. So this wasn't going so well for 2 reasons. 1, I don't know. I just stopped focusing on it. And 2, I didn't have any new books and I don't want to buy books. We've been doing a lot of like borrowing books from the library just from a cost standpoint and just not needing more clutter in the house, but the library is closed. So that put a damper on things. So a couple weeks in, I decided, well, I'm going to read 1 page every morning when I wake up, and just expanded that to be like, it could be an article on the internet. It could be something like that. So just 1 page, 1 thing. And it helped me get back in a habit with this. Financials, just kind of my usual YNAB budget, bills, taxes, all that good stuff. And then home is maintain our house, cleanliness, and continue our house hunt. So that was April. Everything pretty much got done. I did do a reflection every week here on this page, and then set corresponding weekly action steps in relation to the bigger goals. And some of this again is a weekly hub for to-dos. I'm not going to go through all of this because it's going to be incredibly redundant. So you'll just see that that's basically what happened here each week. We have a reflection. I think I missed a reflection 1 week. And you can see here another reflection, this, and I did like writing down the headers. Oh, the one shift I did make is instead of this being personal, I made this the Coach Jess kind of to-do list section, goal section, and made this the print shop. So that shifted a little bit. Oh, did I not do, I didn't do a reflection here because I did the month-end reflection. So let's talk about this a little bit. So Makse Life does have the reflection at the end of each month, which is great. Very good, thought-provoking question that just has you pause and think about a few things in relation to your goals and how your month went. So for me, the biggest wins this month, we're launching my minimal strength at-home program. That was a really cool thing, something I had been wanting to do for a long time that I'd put off. And with all this COVID stuff and having some extra time, I'm like, let's just bite the bullet and finally do this. And it was actually pretty successful, so that's really cool. And if you need an at-home program, let me know. I can share the information with you. The 10 steps a day challenge went great. It got me back into our daily walks, and I feel much better physically and mentally now that I'm getting outside and walking, kind of like rain or shine. And I'm going to continue that in May. I'm just calling it daily walks. I don't, again, like to wear my wearable, my Apple Watch. I'd rather just get out there and walk and not care about the steps. It's kind of irrelevant to me. AM and PM routines have improved. AM routine has been a little wonky, but it's getting back to normal. But I'm getting better at getting in a flow with those. What was happening is I was going to bed too late. I had been really good about getting in bed by 10:30, and then just like started binge watching Homeland and different things, and wasn't going to bed as early as I'd like to. Was not feeling as tired as late. It was just kind of a mess. So I decided I need to tweak my PM routine, and basically what I told myself a few weeks into the month was after dinner, get in the habit of taking out your contacts, put on your glasses, and if you need to wash your face because you wore makeup that day, wash your face. And that way, as I'm like getting sleepy on the couch or whatever, I don't then have to like wake myself back up to wash my face, take out my contacts. So that helped kind of hone in this PM routine. Got that? Okay. Weekly blogs that I did do for the Jess brand, and that is working pretty well, but I might need to tweak that. So what is currently working? My walks, my routines, my social media schedule for the print shop and the Jess stuff, and focus on putting shit out there. So just like getting stuff out there, not worrying about it being perfect. So that's working now that I'm feeling less like hung up on things being a certain way to get out as far as sharing them. What's not working? Our house hunt. We literally put on an offer in a house, had gone to inspection, found out there was some stuff wrong, and that fell through. So that sucks, and there's nothing on the market right now. Fun and rec is kind of not working because all the parks were closed, so we didn't get to do our hikes, but May should be different now that things have opened back up here in Tennessee a little bit. And the other thing that's not working is not getting enough movement during work hours. I can like sit at my desk and just go, other than like we get up to take the dogs out for their afternoon little potty break, and we get up to eat lunch. I do need to make an effort to get up during the day, at least just stand up and move around for a minute. What I learned this month is patience, particularly with this house hunting thing. Like I just have to be patient. Number 2, just do it. Done is better than perfect. Talked about that a little bit, that sometimes you just have to get things out there. It's so easy to get hung up on things being perfect, and sometimes you just have to do your best, put it out there, get some feedback, tweak, and keep going. So I think that's been huge in how I've gotten some things done this month. Number 3 is give value, whether that's in sharing content on social media, sharing support with people, just putting as much value out there as you can. And I think that's incredibly important. The thing that I'm trying to figure out now in relation to these two pieces is what kind of content to put out there from the Jess brand piece, because I feel like I have this weird thing where when I write and share, it sounds too sterile. It doesn't sound like me, like I'm talking to you right now. It doesn't sound as natural. I have a tendency to write very formal. So I think it's just like kind of understanding my audience, being more authentic. And I think it'll come with time, but I need to figure out how to start to foster that. Number 4, opportunities are everywhere. And it's just interesting how you just remembering there's kind of this mindset of abundance. There's opportunity everywhere, small, and you just never know where things are going to lead you. So just keep your eyes open and be open to things. What needs adjustments? Like we talked about, my movement breaks during the week. You'll see that. So I need to be creating kind of the next phase on from this at-home program. I'm thinking about doing a lifestyle challenge program based off something I had done in the past with gym members when I owned my gym, and then adding more fun and recreation. I'm most grateful for the opportunities to hone my skills, whether that's through writing, coaching, all of that stuff. And then habits I want to nurture this month in May is movement and creativity, and I gave this month a 9. So this is pretty much, where we're at. So then let's go into May, and you can see how I took all of this stuff and went into goals here. So Here we go. So this personal, again, I've made Coach Jess. So I have my weekly newsletter, Explore, offering some kind of 6-week course, lifestyle challenge, post on Instagram 3 times a week, create a lead magnet with my mobility video that I've done, and started a kind of corporate wellness program with somebody that has a small business, and she has a team of 6 people that want to do my minimal strength program. So I'm like, we're testing out this like corporate wellness program, which is cool. What I need to figure out here, we're already a few days into May, and what I'm figuring out with this weekly newsletter, I'm sharing a blog post every week with my Jess Lewis website brand thing. And I'm finding that I don't know if that's the best way for me to deliver value and content. I think I may need to seriously consider a YouTube or a podcast, and maybe weekly. I don't know if weekly is the right amount, is too frequent. I know people are so inundated with content, so I really need to figure out what the best way is to share value, hone in my voice and brand, reach my audience, all that stuff. So that's kind of, I don't know where we're going with this. Fun and rec, once a week hike. Hopefully now that the parks are open, we can do that. And I would like to go on a camping trip. I think camping sites here in Tennessee should be open mid-month. So if possible, and we're not crazy house hunting, maybe we can get back into doing that. I ran out of my little scallop stickers, so I need to grab another sheet of those to put that down. But work, I need to renew my P.O. box. We'll have releases twice a month. I share the May discount for my exclusive KO Tribe members, already did that, and produce a weekly video like this one. Okay. Relationships weekly date night, check in with friends, and my mom's 60th birthday is this month, so, and it's Mother's Day. I should have put that down there too. Okay, health and wellness, we have Unplugged Sundays. That's going to continuation from April. Daily walk continuation, AM and PM routine. We talked about that. I'm also doing, which I've been doing for a couple weeks, is I'm doing some breathing work on Tuesday and Thursday morning when I wake up. It's just this like 20-minute follow along breathing routine just to help with mobility, breathing, fitness, wellness, all that stuff. Renew my dental insurance plan, and then build in movement breaks daily. Read 1 page a day is the same. And then down here in financial, there's a few extra things like dental insurance, which actually is in 2 places. This is the month where we need to renew our auto and renter's insurance. And then Tennessee also has this weird thing called a hall tax. I need to figure that out. And then house hunt. We need to give our apartment our 60-day notice that we will not be renewing our lease, and then call the vet to get Champy's meds. And I think that's pretty much the month. So you can see a lot of this continues on from April with a few tweaks. And it's kind of a busy month of getting like annual bills and different things paid and taken care of, and then figuring out this whole Jess situation. Okay. So let's just take a peek really quick at what this looks like as I broke it down into week 1. So here in the Jess section, I have, again, that wellness group I'm doing, that corporate wellness situation. That's our first meeting, write a blog post, and work on this lifestyle challenge. Then fun and rec is do 1 hike, knockout print shop. Again, I need to grab some of those, guys. We have releases this week. I need to do product photos. I want to rack a customer some stickers. I'm trying to decide if I should cancel Patreon or not. We have a few of you that do support us on Patreon. And I feel like I just haven't been giving that any attention. I truly know that a lot of those of you that are on it just want to find a nice way to continue to support the shop, even when you're not buying stickers. So I don't know. I'm not sure what I should do with that. I just don't feel like I have the mental bandwidth to give that the kind of attention it needs to actually kind of grow it. And I'm not sure that's the right. Patreon is a best fit for us as a print shop. So I don't know what I'm doing with that. I guess I shouldn't have put cancel. I guess I should have put over in here, like figure out Patreon and what I want to do with it. Film my April spreads thing, which I'm filming videos today. Date night is here. Health, you can see, just transfers over from the monthly. Daily walk, unplug Sundays, do my routine. Movement break. So that movement break is going to drop down or break down into every day at noon. I'm getting up, walking around, doing a little bit of stretching. Doesn't have to be long. I don't even care how long it is. I just need to get up at noon. Or the key with habits is sometimes if you make them, even if it seems like it's small, too complicated, you're not going to do it. So I set a reminder on my phone every day at noon to just get up. I don't care if it's a minute, 2 minutes, however long, I'm just getting up and moving around, doesn't matter what I do. So that's there, and then the breath work on Tuesday and Thursday. read a page a day, have some financial tasks in here, and then some home stuff. And then you can see this breakdown, these goals break down into habits of the daily walks on here, the 1 page a day, AM and PM routine. So some of these action steps are essentially habits that get put over on the habit tracker. Okay, so that is pretty much how I go through my goals. I do flip back, like I showed you before, into some of the annual to just kind of see how I'm doing with everything. My goals are so just kind of consistent month over month that they tend to be reflective, without me even thinking about it, of these annual goals. And I feel like I'm on a pretty good path with most things. Our major goal this month or this year was to buy a house, so all of our extra money has gone towards that. You know, reading, my movement, my health and wellness is just kind of staying active, because my structured fitness routine has been ingrained with me for years, so that doesn't take much effort. Everything else just kind of just keeps trucking along and feels pretty good. My biggest challenge, stretch goal, whatever you want to call it, comes around work, and particularly this new Jess venture. So I just feel like, I know I'm only a few months into it, but I'm really kind of struggling with my voice, sharing content, what kind of content, making sure things are useful. I don't know. I'm putting stuff out there. I'm sure over time it'll start to make itself make sense, and I can hone it in and narrow in it all, but I don't know. That's just kind of been a little bit of an inner conflict for me on where to go with it. So we'll see. Okay, so anyways, I think that is all. I hope that helps you guys as far as seeing somebody else's process of goal setting. I try to keep it simple and not complicated. It is a lot of repetition. It is a lot of just consistently drilling in these habits and these tasks and creating these lifestyle, just this way of being, right? So like in each area, this is just how these little tasks illustrate how I show up in each area. So it's not like every week, every month, there's all this new stuff coming in. If you find your goals are that new month over month, chances are you're gonna struggle with making long-term progress. Now, every month I tweak my goals and things change. Sometimes I'm like, this goal is totally irrelevant, I don't want to go there anymore. That's totally fine. But there should be, like, in my opinion, a lot of repetition month over month, week over week, with your goals, your habits, and things like that, so that you can really master and automate them. If you keep adding on new things and you haven't automated things yet, or you're doing things that don't have a lot of intention behind them, it's going to be really hard to be consistent and see long-term progress and really reach those bigger goals. Okay, that's my PSA for today. All right, guys, so I hope that was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions about goal setting. If you do need support with setting your goals, let me know, because I do goal setting sessions, and they're pretty affordable. It's on the Print Shop website, and we can meet virtually for an hour, either phone or video. What do you call it? Skype, FaceTime, Zoom, whatever. And kind of just really go through each area in your goals and start to hone in on what your intention is, what your goals are, making your action steps realistic and achievable, and then providing some accountability for you. So if you need help breaking them down, mapping them out, or sticking with them, let me know how I can help. So again, those things are listed over on the Knockout Print Shop website and the Jess Lewis website. I'll leave the links below on that. I think that is it. So hopefully May goes well for you guys. I know, again, we're still in this shelter-in-place situation, so a lot of you are probably still feeling that, you know, we're all kind of feeling that, like life is just weird. Maybe you're unemployed, your income is lower. Maybe you are employed, but you're like going stir crazy in the house. So we're all just kind of, it's a mess. So no matter what your situation is, I hope you do okay. I hope you're, you know, keeping your head up and able to get through this. And let me know if there's anything I can do to help. And I will see you guys in the next video.